Hey y'all, what is up? This is V with PharaohsTarot, and I'm here with your Friday I'm in Love singles reading. This reading is for singles, but if you're a couple, not to worry. We have the couples reading up as well. I know it's a day late. I've been having a lot of trouble getting these Friday readings out on Friday. I'll be more intentional, but I feel like I am. I don't know why. It's just so challenging to get these things out on Friday. But that is the goal. That is what I'm shooting for. So thank y'all for hanging out. Bear with me. The cards are pulled before we get started. We will never reach out to you for personal readings or donations. If you would like to book a personal reading or give a donation, all the information is in the description box below. You can only book readings via my website, www.PharaohsTarot.com. Alright, so I have your cards pulled, and for your highest evolved partner in this lifetime, I've sort of been thinking about twin flame and also soulmates. We know they're different, and so that's why I changed how I say it to your highest evolved soulmate. I will always say the highest evolved soulmate, but now I'm just saying the highest evolved partner, just off the strength of some of y'all are looking for twin flames. I know that reading is kind of a different thing, so maybe I should need to do a separate reading altogether. I just feel like I need to be more well versed on the twin flame journey and specifically what that is. But we're going to tap in right here. So I know what it is, but I feel like there are some readers who dedicate their life to it, and perhaps I feel like because I haven't dedicated my life to it that I wouldn't be excellent at it, but I know that's just a lie. So we'll squash that right there. So we have the Seven of Wands with the Three of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. Yeah, you're wanting to build, you're wanting to partner, and you're fighting away fear. There's something that you're wanting to bring together, but there's a lot of fear involved. They're really highlighting Three of Wands. Perhaps you're waiting for a better option, or you feel like you've been waiting for too long, and now you become a bit jaded. But there's something here about some sort of fear that's blocking you, okay? And this could be a situation where there's something different between you and this person that's causing you to be hesitant, like a difference in like religion or ethnicity or gender or something like that. It could be something like that, but what's crossing is the Queen of Pentacles. And so maybe you're trying to get more abundance, perhaps like build a business or something like that, or fertility. Okay, that could be some of y'all want to have children and you feel like, hey, time is ticking for me to have children type thing, or some of y'all do have children and are concerned or worried that it'll be challenging for you to attract a person with children. Just keep in mind that whoever is for you is going to love you and your children. They're going to understand that they're a full package together. So there's that. And behind you, you're coming out of a place of a lot of illusion, but it's a double meaning to this card, because when there's so much illusion, that means that the opportunity is right there. Okay, because this is a lot of different opportunities, a lot of different choices maybe, or maybe a lot of different reasons why you don't want someone, or someone doesn't want you, or who you'll have victory with. Or I'm seeing like money in this card, so it's like maybe money is like a ruling factor, and now you're trying to redefine what love is and what's really important, because maybe in the past you've gotten all the things that you wanted, like, oh, I want someone attractive and that has money and that's successful, and you were asking for all the material things. Strength with the King of Swords. Yeah, you were asking for all of the material things, but you weren't really asking for the things that really count, like a kind heart, a loving spirit, generous, and it's not to say that, of course, like financial stability and social standing is very important as well, as long as they're high vibrational, coming from high vibrational places. But I feel like maybe you put that on the back burner and just wanted like the material stuff first, or like the attraction stuff first. So right here we have the Ace of Swords, right? So that, yeah, you're waiting on clarity, you're waiting on some sort of truth, you're waiting on the smoke to clear, some sort of energy. Yeah, and on the bottom of the deck we have the Moon. So there's something that's hidden, maybe something that you're going within yourself to figure out. Maybe the truth is like you really enjoy being single, and you're kind of worried that if that takes away. So the bottom of the other modern witch tarot is the Nine of Pentacles. I'm just realizing that, and it's the Queen of Pentacles. So like I said, maybe some of y'all are building. You want to go from the 9 to the Queen, like you're already stable and feeling, you know, satisfied, but you're trying to like boss all the way up to here, right? This is like a next level shift, and every new level requires something more of us and something that we must give away, because that's what bringing new energy in. If you're not going to hoard it or be greedy, and especially if it's high vibrational, spirit won't even allow you to do that. Okay, it's like that that story in the Bible. Regardless of what your religious beliefs are, it's just I'm just citing the story. It was like a very rich farmer or something, if I remember correctly, and he had barns and barns full of harvest, and there was more to come in, but instead of like giving away what he had to offer in, he was like, oh, we're just going to build a new barn, you know what I mean? And I can't remember correctly after that, but I feel like something happened to everything, because he was being so greedy. Something happened to it, and so you're working on giving away so that you can get, like when you give, you create a vacuum in space, and it has to be filled up with something. So if you're wanting love, pardon me, my eyes itching, y'all. If you're wanting love, then giving love, even if it's to yourself immediately, showing yourself more love, spending more time with yourself, self-care, taking care of your body, feeding your body good things, ingesting good media, quieting your mind, spending more time with your guides, loving on your family, your friends, your fur babies. Like when you start giving it out, the divine is going to start, you know, filling that space in. And so we have the King of Cups. Yeah, you're moving into more stability with love, and maybe with this with it being like the masculine energy, male or female, it's like you're moving to a space to be willing to step out into it. Yeah, but we have the 9 of Wands with the High Priestess, with the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, so there's some sort of internal conflict that you're having, and you're just choosing to work. You want to work through it, but you're choosing to not really deal with it, right? You're like, okay, this is like too much going on right now for me to deal with, but I know I have this goal, which is like amassing more stability, monetary wise, or some of y'all, the ones who want children, y'all are really thinking about just being single parents, and then like maybe going to like a donor bank and just having a child that way. There's no judgment either way, but I feel like for those of y'all who still want relationships, it's kind of like you have to ask yourself, is that really the outcome that you want? Because what you want will manifest. What you put your mind to will manifest. So if that's the route you want to take, just understand you're taking a different path, and so that's going to shape your future in a different way. And and all I'm trying to say is just don't settle. Just don't settle on the outcome, because it's easier to obtain. But yeah, there's some sort of conflict to your victory, but the divine is urging you to use your intuition about this situation and continue to work on it. And so it fell over, yeah, see, it fell over this the lighter pier there. So that masculine energy, yeah, you just like really focus on your money, focus on your abundance, focus on being fruitful, and just like, hey, love will take care of itself. Split the deck, you got Temperance, Sagittarian energy here, and Archangel Michael. So trying to help you have patience. Hey, y'all know that's my my girl's automatic feeder. All right, so he is Archangel Michael is helping you find balance within your emotion and your work-life balance. Okay, because there is a balance. You can't just completely take your energy off of something and expect it to grow, because where attention goes, energy flows. And so yes, you know, don't get over what's the word I'm looking for? Obsessed with any particular situation. But, you know, if you want love, put some energy on it. At the end of the night, you know, of course, write down what you're thankful for. Write down all of the love that you have given and received throughout the day. But, you know, you can still make a note of being thankful for your person coming in, being thankful for the union, being thankful for when y'all, you know, go on dates and things like that. Just like kind of manifesting. So we have the Queen of Wands here. So yeah, the divine is urging you, shine your light. Do your thing. You bossed up. You look good. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. You've done a lot of work to build your self-confidence up. You're very independent. Some of y'all are very spiritual. So I'm here to share that with the world. You've been through a lot. Anytime I see that sunflower right there, it always reminds me of the sun card, which means that you've literally, the bricks that were thrown at you, you built a foundation and then you grew a garden on top. So you went the extra mile. So maybe a lot of people counted you out. And so that built your courage. And now you're ready to start a family of your own, however that looks, with fur babies, with human children, with starting power couple business with someone. Is that energy. Okay, the Queen of Cups. Yeah, you're in a very loving mood though. You're ready to give love. You're ready to give love, and I feel like that's why you're being like, well, I'm just gonna focus on my work. I'm ready to give love. It's like maybe you're not trying to acknowledge that's what you want to do as much. Yeah, but you have to see like there's some kind of wounding here. I've been shuffling this card the whole time. There's some sort of wounding internally, some sort of internal conflict. So I gotta watch them because one of my girls will eat off my other girl's bowl. Queen of Pentacles came out twice. Some sort of, yeah, maybe you're afraid that, whoever's coming in, you gotta guard your assets. You're fearful because maybe something you've experienced in the past, and so you're guarding yourself, but make sure you don't block it. You know what I mean? You're doing a lot of defending here and not a lot of allowing is what I'm feeling like. Okay? Hang tight. Okay, I'm back. My apologies, y'all. Yeah, let's pick up where we left off, all right? And so we're here with the Emperor. Yeah. I was about to say, you really believe that you're going to get this partner that is like leveled the same as you. Since you have so many queens out, maybe you're more of the feminine energy, but they have the King of Cups is right here as well. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I feel like you're worried about your stability with another person because you're stable on your own and you're worried that merging may cause you to lose your balance. Okay. May cause you to forget your value and your worth, and you'll lose everything that you've worked for practically. Yeah. The divine wants you to walk away from ideas of, and maybe you need to disconnect from people right now that's in your energy. Maybe you got a little roster going, or maybe you have people in your life that's not meaning any good for you, that just want to be with you for specific reasons, okay? And maybe since you are alone, you like kind of bank on that. Like it's like, well, I know these aren't really the people I want to be hanging around, but it's better than having nothing. But why settle for the least amount when the divine is trying to offer you a new stable connection? So yeah, maybe you got to get rid of that black book. And a black book is just like, your roster, but it's just like a older way of saying it. So you got the Three of Swords, the OG way of saying it. The Three of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. Okay? So maybe you're not going to get the person that you think you should get, but you're going to get the person that you need, because the other king, the King of Wands is out here. The King of Cups is out here. The Emperor is out here. So I'm feeling like whoever you're dealing with, and the King of Pentacles popped out as well. So it's like the only person, yeah, maybe you're just dealing with like a King of Swords, okay? And they low key, not really a king, but it's just that they got a really good mouthpiece, or maybe they are a king in their own right, but they don't have the other building blocks to make them that emperor. They could be an air sign, or have air in their chart, or just like really intelligent, but they're emotionally not connected. Like they're just very cut and dry. It's low-key boring. They make sense on paper, they make sense on paper, but they don't do it for you. So it's like this energy of, like I said, don't settle. But yeah, let's get into your person vibe right now. Yeah, they in some Knight of Wands energy right now, so they might be feeling themselves like out here. But they about to, with the Tower and the Five of Swords, they're about to get like some sort of awakening. Okay, something's about to happen to make them realize what they're doing. They're in a bit of toxic energy. I'm feeling like, you know, maybe that it's like, you know, maybe Sunday fun day is every day. They outside all the time. I'm trying to figure out, because this is some different. Oh. I feel like maybe they're heartbroken about something, and it's causing anxiety, but they're going to manifest in what they don't want if they keep on this path. The divine is here to help them by bringing in this Tower. It's going to help save them before it's too late. Scorpio energy. They could have Scorpio in their chart, or something like that, or something went down around Scorpio season that triggered this new them. You know, it's kind of like that energy after somebody gets, like, somebody break up, like how they just have like a glow up type thing, and then they just be out here like, I'm living free. You know, it's good to have confidence, but you can't, don't be reckless. You know, don't forget all the lessons that you learned. And it's like you're trying to soothe something externally. It's almost like an addiction. So maybe this person is like developing like some sort of addiction that the divine is about to nip in the bud, like a sex addiction or something like that. I don't know. Could be smoking, drinking, whatever it is, to kind of soothe this pain for a little bit. But we got the Six of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords. And so, yeah, you got this energy of being very direct about what they want and what they expect. They're very straight to the point. This is a very direct person, and maybe they're trying to shut their feelings off. They're trying to shut their feelings off and just go with practicality and logic. But that's not who they. Yeah, come on. We got the Justice with the Queen of Cups, with the Nine of Cups, with the Ten of Swords, bruh. Like I said, they are at the end of a cycle with this 10 is very challenging. So sending a lot of love for people who are in this energy. But at the same time, if they don't walk away, they're highlighting 8 of the Cups within the 9 of Cups. If they don't walk away from whatever this pattern is, they're really going to be in the 10. They're going to start a new cycle. But you got could be a water sign, a Libra, but the divine is bringing in justice, right? Because they know how much this person loves, how hard they love, how much they love, their true intentions of their heart. With this 9 of Cups there, they're just going through a rough time right now, trying to manifest in this new beginning for themselves. The 8 of Pentacles with the Moon. I keep getting, they're trying to balance out a situation. Trying to understand what equal give and takes actually look like, what reciprocity looks like. Maybe they're getting their idea of their ideal person, figuring out what they want. But they're kind of, they're in that work mode too. So y'all have that in common. They're in that work mode too. Could be a Pisces energy, had it in your chart. But yeah, they're holding on to a wound. They're holding on to a wound, something in their subconscious they're holding on to. I don't even know if it's that deep in there. It's in their subconscious. Some people, they're more aware of it. They're aware of what they're holding on to. But yeah. Yeah. The divine... Yeah, at this time, the divine is saying, like, don't just take any and every offer that's happening right now for your person. It's like, it's trying to help them understand every good offer isn't a good offer. A lot of things are going to lead them out in the cold. Stop this pattern and wait for the divine offer. But this came out in both of y'all readings. So that could be for both of y'all at this time, you know. At least above the equator is summertime. So summertime means be outside, you know. And so you still want to keep your standards high. You know, you want to have fun, but be mindful of that. This reading running kind of low on y'all. That's not bad on that. But Hold on. See, the same way I skipped this card, I feel like they're skipping something. Yeah, you got the Hangman with the Hermit, the High Priestess, dang, with the Ace of Cups. So there was something in the past that came through that was a gift. The Knight of Swords, so they had to move towards it. But I'm getting they took a pause too long. Something happened where they was waiting too long. And the Divine was like here with this, hold on, let me turn. The Divine was like here with this whole cup. Intuitively they knew it was the move. But they kept themselves stuck and wanted to be in hermit mode, taking step by step. Maybe with this Virgo energy, over analyzing the situation. Just like waiting too long. And so now maybe they're experiencing the fruit of that. Maybe they lost out on something and now they're trying to figure out, okay, which way to go type thing. Page of Wands, yeah. They're afraid they won't get that spark that they want. They're afraid that in love they won't find that passion. They're afraid they won't be overflowing love. But they're also hopeful to take this new step in the right direction. They don't mind being a beginner in love again. They don't mind learning someone again. I was about to say learning you again. So maybe some of y'all dealing with somebody from the past that's coming around. Or maybe for some of y'all with this page is new. Actually a new person. For some of y'all it's a new start with an old person. But with this Knight of Swords and this Devil card here, they about to be fighting some demons, fighting some dark karmic energy to break up out of this, because what they don't see coming is they manifesting in this new passion. There's gonna be more than enough passion to go around, but they gotta fight this little stuff first, like the devil energy, the lies, the illusions is trying to be cast on this person to make them feel like, you know, you might as well just settle for what you can get. You know, it's not gonna get better. Just settle for where you at. And maybe that's something in their lineage. Maybe that's how they saw love growing up. They just saw, you know, unhappy relationships, people breaking up all the time, you know, just disharmony within the unit. So in the back of their mind, it's always playing like, well, it's always to be expected. But the Divine is trying to say no. Split the deck, King of Cups. It's a match. You and this person is a match. This could be, like I said, something was different. This could be like a same-sex situation. Or it could be something where if y'all both have like a lot of mask energy, or kind of like a switch type energy. The Empress did not come out here yet. So there is a somewhat of an imbalance in this manifestation process. But we do have the Fool with the Ten of Cups. Okay, so there is a need to take a new start. Like I said, a new start to get this Ten of Cups, or a new start to reunite with this Ten of Cups energy. But we got the Queen of Swords here. And the the Eight of Swords. So yeah, this person is telling themselves all kind of stories in their mind, is keeping them locked up, but I feel like they're gonna get through it. And y'all energy as far as coming together, y'all both got to get over this energy of anxious thoughts, fearful thoughts. Maybe some of y'all are staying up late at night type thing, obsessive thoughts. I'm seeing the rose here, and you know roses have thorns. So maybe you have to have more faith in your boundaries, like you've grown and you created boundaries, so you can be able to tell if something's off or not. You got to trust that in order to take this next step. Otherwise, you're just going to build a wall and keep everything out. But you have the Hanged One with the You Are a Badass being full of life, love, and possibilities, Judgment, and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, there is a bit of a delay. There's a bit of, until y'all both realize how amazing y'all are truly. Without the bitterness, without the hate, without the hate, that's kind of a strong word. Without the disbelief that the impossible can be possible. But with the Judgment and the Wheel of Fortune, it's just a matter of time. You're in the energy. The Divine is saying, yes, absolutely. You just got to get clear. And you put yourself in the Hangman position. So you can take yourself out at any time. You get the clarity you need and then pull yourself up out of here so you can move forward. You got the hyphen with the Ace of Cups. Stop playing. Stop playing. This is marriage. This is long-term commitment if you ain't trying to get married. This is whatever you want it to be. Stability. Taurian energy. You might be dealing with the Taurus. Taurus, you know, they, maybe y'all love like being at home type thing. You know, creating a nice home space. You're going to value each other. You're going to love each other. And they both sit at the feet of the Hierophant. So both of y'all could be very spiritual. Have very spiritual gifts, like getting the keys. Maybe literally moving in together, getting the keys to a home. I'll pull a Shaman Oracle card for you. And we're going to wrap this up. This is the longest one we've done. I'm working on I'm taking my time with these, but I don't know if I want to take that long. But you know, it's cool. So pulling the Shaman Oracle card. If you feel like you resonate with this, please like the videos, share it out, and subscribe. But you know, like it first since you're here, and then book if you'd like to book a personal reading. www.PharaohsTarot.com. We're doing 30% off all of our readings for the summer. Not the entire summer. We're just doing a little summer sale. You know, we'll see how it goes. So upon checkout, the codes will be there. All right. Okay. Got a Shaman Oracle card for y'all. For the collector first. All right, for that person. All right, together. Ooh. Boom. Okay. You have magic. So yeah, there's this need to allow your inner child to have fun again, to have fun and play. Like I said, you've been working so hard and trying to push that aside, but magic, you have to believe in the impossible again. Believe that what you want exists. And you got 3-3. So this is the number of the Ascended Masters. So maybe I'm taking more time to be connected to them, to be in reverence and awe of all that's been created. And the Ascended Masters have had an experience, human experience as well. So understand that you are not alone. You're not the only ones who have experienced. This is not to minimize your journey, but to make you feel that, you know, someone has your back, okay? And maybe what you're trying to solve externally needs to be done internally. So ask your guides for help. The person has the hummingbird. Yeah, they're crossing a long distance, but they will get there. The hummingbird makes a long trek, and now is their time to take this step, right? They're manifesting it in, but they're lingering on the brink of something. And it's time to believe in their magic again. They are very unique. Something to do with their solar plexus or sacral. Maybe they're having issues right with that. There may be some grief or shame associated with this subconscious energy that they're trying to get over and get those chakras spinning properly again. And y'all both together have water. Yeah, water is all about cleansing. So to go in water is the dissolution of your form. To re-emerge is to come out of water is the emergence of a new self. So it's like a baptism. Maybe you're having a spiritual baptism. Maybe taking more spiritual baths at this time with some Epsom salt, you know, some essential oils and herbs will help clear your energy of low vibrational energies first and foremost, things that you pick up, but also help birth you into this new process. You know, we all born of water. Water is life. Maybe intaking more water, you know, fasting, things of that nature. Being intentional with your fast. A fast is not a diet. You know, you set an intention while you fast, and in lieu of doing one thing, that's when your prayer time comes in. So if you're like, okay, I'm going to get rid of drinking or something. So at a time you would usually drink, not only are you drinking water, but you are saying prayers. You are being intentional. And it doesn't have to be so hocus pocus, oh, holier than thou type prayers. Speak to your guides, you know, obviously with respect, but at the same time, just talk to them normally. You know, they love you and want you to be real with them. But yeah, y'all gonna flow on through it. It's the number of 7, so 7 is a very magical number. Maybe y'all birthdays on the 7th or the 7th month. Y'all gonna get together. That would be what, July next month, or something's gonna go down next month. Maybe communication will be opened up, something of that nature. All right, but hopefully this was helpful. I'm gonna leave it right there. Like, share, and subscribe. We would love to have you as part of this community. We go live on TikTok. Join us over there at Pharaohs Tarot, www.pharaohstarot.com for personal readings. Shout out to y'all. Namaste.